Hi there, I'm Zane Franson, VP of Platform and Operations here at Simply Ask, and today I'm going to share with you how you can deploy your agents as chat widgets, or chatbots in other words. Now, to do so, you first have to have an agent configured. In our case, if we go to Converse and then Agent Manager, we can see that we have one which is pre-created called Customer Support here. Now, these same directions apply for both structured and generative agents, so you can follow along no matter what type you have configured. Now, first, to deploy as a chatbot, we're going to need to design a chat widget for the agent to be located in. So to do that, we're going to go to Settings, we're going to go to Front Office, and then we're going to click on Chat Widgets. Now we can see here that I already have one chat widget set up, but let's create a new one. So if we go Create Chat Widget, we can give it a name, New Widget, and then let's just say 2. And we could give it a description, but that's not mandatory. We can go down to Appearance, and we can start styling it the way that we want to. And so this gives you tons of flexibility in order to create a widget which matches your brand. In our case here, we have a logo, which I'll update. So I'll drag this in. We can do that. We can resize it if we want, but it's good as is. And we can do some additional changes here too. So we see that this background color is not quite what we want. So let's go and change that. So we can click on there, select the eyedropper, and maybe change it to something like that. Additionally, we can change the secondary color, which will adjust things like the text box here and this button. We could change that if we wanted to something much different, but in our case here, we're actually going to want probably a light blue as well to keep it on brand. Again, you just want to align this with your brand so that when it's deployed on your website, it fits in naturally. There's some other things we can change up here as well if we want to adjust some accents or some other ones as well. And so these are going to change how text is displayed. And also we should see that we change how the color of the header is here. But again, we're going to leave that white. Now we come down to the header, and here we can change if we want text up here. We could, for example, completely remove it if we wanted to. We could also add in other things. In our case, we're just going to leave it empty as we don't necessarily need a header or subtext. Now, if we scroll down, there's some more configuration around the icons. And so this is going to adjust how the widget looks like when it's collapsed. Now, there's a good thing to note here is that these widgets can be deployed either as I guess your traditional widget that you could see in the bottom corner of your screen, and you click on it and it opens up. You can also embed them as a frame though, so they're always open and they're embedded directly within your web page. So maybe you already have a support page, for example, set up, and you always want a widget always open there for your users to get to right away. You have that ability as well. But in our case, we're just going to go with the standard widget, but our documentation does include the outline of how to set it up as a frame. And to do so, it's just as easy as setting it up as a standard widget in the bottom corner of your website. So coming back here to the icon, we can change it to be more brand aligned. So maybe we're going to want to go with the same background color here. Yep, that looks nice. We could change this maybe to red or something bright to catch users' attention because this is the notification icon. But I like the orange here, so I'm going to leave that. And then we can change some other things as well, like if we want to change the background of the icon or the text color. And really that's just to make sure you have good contrast between your background of your notification and also of the icon itself. You can also come in here and you can change the name of the messages that are coming from the AI agent. By default, it's simply bot, but we could change this to something like Pharma Best AI, as that's the name of this hypothetical company that we're designing the widget for. And we can even upload an icon to change what the bot's image looks like too, but I like this one out of the box, so I'm going to leave it. Finally, we could enable file upload if we want. In many cases, if you're doing fully automated chat, you don't need that. So by default, it is turned off. But if you do want to enable file upload, you could do that as well. So now that it looks all good, what we can do is we can go save changes, and this will create the widget. And now if we go back to Converse Agent Manager, and we click on settings of the agent we want to use this widget with. We can open up settings, then we can go to configure channels, and then we can go and add our chat widget we just created. So once we enter configure channels, we're brought to chat widgets. We click add widget. We can select the one, new widget 2. We'll click add, and we can see that it's been added here. Now, if we open this up, we can see some additional text which tells us the 2 lines of codes that we need to copy and paste in order to deploy the widget on our website. Now, the exact steps of where to access this code so you can actually add it to your existing website does depend on the type of website you're adding it to, but it doesn't matter if you have a WordPress website, a Webflow website, a custom one that you've developed yourself, you are able to add this widget to it by just copy and pasting these 2 lines. And so in our guide here, we do have the details on how you can do so for each different type of common provider. So what we do is we copy and paste this text, and the minute we do that, our widget would appear in the bottom corner. Now, to just demonstrate what that would look like, if we go to a page here I've set up just to demonstrate it, and we go to here, and we're going to open up our widget, what we'll see when we add the widget to your new website would be like one added in the bottom corner here, so that you could have it accessible. And if this automated agent had speak steps in it, or was a generative agent set up, we would actually start seeing the agent bubbles appear here as well. So that's it. That's how easy it is to set up your automated agent as a chatbot and deploy it on your website. So thank you for listening, and best of luck on your automation journey.